and welcome back to another episode of A Walk Through Time. Today we're looking at the Titanic.
Yeah, so there's one over there that was changed for your posts.
Unfortunately, I couldn't go to Southampton, where the Titanic started its maiden voyage, or Cove in Ireland, where the last stop of the Titanic was. And it probably wouldn't be wise for me to go for a deep dive swim in the Atlantic Ocean to see if I can find the wreck. So join me on the seaside of North Devon as we talk about the story of the Titanic. Harbour over there. Don't see that too often, I'll tell you that much. There's quite a lot of ships here, quite impressive. But before we look at the Titanic itself, let's rewind. The Titanic cost £1.5 million to build, and it was built by the Harland and Wolff Shipyard Company. They expected to have about 15 deaths at the construction of the Titanic. However, they miscalculated slightly. They said every 100,000 I would get one death. No. There were 28 serious accidents, 218 minor accidents, and 8 workers were killed over its 26-month construction period. When she launched, she was the biggest movable man-made object. She was 269 metres long, 28 metres wide, and 53 metres high at the top of the stacks. The shipyard thought it would be more cost-effective to build more than one ship, and hence why she had 2 sister ships, the RMS Olympic and the RMS Britannic. All had tragic fates, as did the Titanic, as you probably know. And in the background there is Verity. She stands looking over Ilfracombe, a bit like the Statue of Liberty in New York, which is where the Titanic was destined to deliver her passengers. 1,517 people died and 706 people survived due to the rule of women and children go first and the first class passengers were a priority, and the limit of lifeboats on the ship led to not very many lifeboats being able to rescue people, so a lot of people went down with the ship. After the Titanic sunk, a law came into place that made it illegal to not have enough lifeboats on the ship. She was 193 nautical miles from New York when on the horizon a great looming iceberg awaited her. And this iceberg would be the nemesis of the Titanic. 3 days into the voyage, they had a fire break out of one of the engines, which had started prior to the ship's voyage, 10 days on. The 14th of April at 11:40 p.m, lookout Frederick Fleet spotted an iceberg. They tried to shear the ship, but it was too late. The Titanic had struck the iceberg in such a fashion that it caused a series of holes to form below the waterline. Although the hull was not causing the vessel to sink. It began sinking bow first between 2:10 and 2:15 a.m. of the rate of between a little over 2 hours, and the rate of sinking had increased. The ship snapped. 1,517 people died and 706 people survived due to the rule that women and children first and the first class passengers being the priority. Thanks for watching this episode of A Walk Through Time. Apologies for its lack of punctuality. Next week will be out on time. We only have 3 episodes left, and enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you. Goodbye.